This is a review of the WIMAXIT 10.5 inch portable monitor. Before we start, a quick disclaimer. WIMAXIT did send me this monitor for free for the purpose of this review. Having said that, I'll try my best to provide an objective review here. So let's start with a quick unboxing. The monitor comes in this fairly generic white box. Included is a charger, the monitor itself in a protective sleeve, mini HDMI to HDMI cable, USB-C to USB-C cable, USB-A to USB-C cable, and a foldable kickstand. In terms of the specs, the monitor is Full HD with 1920 by 1280 IPS display panel. Keep in mind, I said 1280, not 1080. This is a notable point which I will come back to later. It has 480 nits brightness and 1500 to 1 contrast ratio, which is fine for most working conditions. This monitor is compact and lightweight. It measures 9 1/8 inch by 6 3/8 inch and has a 3/8 inch thickness. It weighs only 11 ounces or 350 grams. And as a point of comparison, my iPhone 11 with a case weighs 230 grams, so you can gauge how light this monitor is. The monitor has 2 USB-C ports and 1 HDMI port. It has a headphone jack and includes built-in dual speakers. The thing I like the most about this monitor is that it's versatile. Because of the USB-C and HDMI ports, I can connect this monitor to virtually any device, including PCs, mobile phones, cameras, even gaming consoles. And no drivers needed. It's true plug and play. In contrast, the Asus monitor that I have only has a USB-C connection, and I can only use it with PCs. And if your computer doesn't have a USB-C port, while you can still connect it to a USB-A port with an adapter, you'll still need to install a driver for it. The other thing I like about this monitor is that a single USB-C cable will carry the video and audio signal and provide power to the monitor. It just makes for a real portable setup. And if you use the HDMI connection, you'll need to also plug in the USB-C cable for the power, but that power source can be any cheap portable power bank, so it still keeps things very portable. And speaking of portable setup, this monitor is super lightweight. As I mentioned earlier, it's only slightly heavier than an iPhone. You can just throw it in your bag and you won't even notice the difference. Most importantly, the display is really crisp and the colors are vibrant. Both photos and videos look great on this monitor. Okay, so here are a few things that I don't love. Although the size of the monitor is what makes it portable and versatile, it does limit you in what content you can display on it. For example, while this monitor works great for viewing contents like videos and photos, it's less ideal for things like Microsoft Excel. In fact, I had to scale the display size to 150% to be able to read the small text on the application menus. This of course has nothing to do with the quality of the monitor. Any monitor that's 10 inches or smaller will have the same general limitations. For me, when I'm using this as a secondary display, I tend to use it for things like Microsoft Teams and OneNote, set up in portrait orientation. In terms of the weight, although being super light is generally a positive thing, it can also be a negative point when it comes to maintaining a stable hold on your desk. What I mean by this is, if you use a rigid cable, a slight pull or tug on the cable is enough to knock the monitor off its position. For this reason, I strongly recommend using a lightweight, flexible cable with this monitor. It does have a VESA mount holes on the back if you choose to mount this on more stable stand. The controls to navigate the settings menu feels a bit flimsy and awkward. The menu navigation takes some time to get used to, but I haven't found the need to go into the settings menus often, so not a big deal for me. But the biggest gripe that I have for this monitor is its inability to maintain the integrity of the display ratio from the source content. I mentioned at the start of this video that the display is 1920 by 1280, not 1080. This means unless you have the ability to change the output display resolution, the display will generally be stretched a little bit tall, filling the entire monitor. This is not an issue when you use it with a computer because you can change the output display ratio. But if you use it with a camera, an iPhone, Nintendo Switch, etc., you won't be able to change it. At least I haven't figured out how. Okay, so what's the final verdict? I actually like this monitor a lot. I have been using it primarily in two different scenarios. One, as I mentioned earlier, is to prop it up vertically and leaving it on either Teams or OneNote for quick notes. The other is to use it as an external monitor for my camera. For home use, like when I'm filming my YouTube videos, I find it more convenient to use this to monitor myself than my Atomos Shinobi. Although the display is stretched out a bit, I'm mainly concerned with composition, exposure, and focus, and this helps me see the details more clearly, and I don't have to worry about the battery as I can just power it through a USB-C cable. And on this note, I can actually see myself taking this out on the field when I'm shooting photos and videos so that I can monitor what I'm shooting and check that everything is in focus. Alright, I hope you found this review helpful. If you're interested in picking up this monitor, please use the affiliate link in the description below. If you have any questions about this monitor, drop it in the comments below and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Thanks.